And we are back with Today in the Napa Valley, the Napa Chamber Edition. I'm your host, Chris Templeton, and I am very pleased to be here with what has become, in my mind, frankly, this little gem of an operation called the Napa Valley Wine Train. And from the Napa Valley Wine Train is, I have Director of Marketing and PR, Kira Devitt. Did I say that right?
Well,
Devitt,
but that's okay.
Devitt, welcome.
Thank you.
25 years.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
It's incredible. Actually, I forgot to tell you beforehand, the wine train is my family's business. So,
oh, it is?
Yeah, my grandfather, Vincent DiDomenico, started it about 25 years ago.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to step in it a little bit, but I have such respect for what he did and for what you guys have done over the years. It is, because he had some barriers to overcome, didn't he?
Yeah,
and I think hopefully that's all gone by the wayside now, because it is a fabulous, fabulous event to get on that train and go have a beautiful view of the valley.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. I like to think of the train as sort of a miniature vacation. It's 3 hours, so you're able to forget all your worries for 3 hours, and since you're traveling somewhere, even though you come back to the same spot, it still feels like you got away. So I really love that. And
one of the things that I think is probably almost a secret is it's almost as fun to go in the day as it is at night, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like both day and night trains for different reasons. During the day, you enjoy the beautiful vineyards. Like right now, it's all the leaves are changing. Right. I went yesterday, and all the leaves are bright yellow, which is so fun. And then at night, you really get to focus on the museum quality aspect of the train. You get to focus on all the little details of train travel like it was back in the 1920s.
When your grandfather put this together, I mean, that was a big piece of what this was about, wasn't it? It was to kind of recreate that old, we're not going modern with monitors in the back of the seat. And
yeah, they really wanted to sort of emulate the Orient Express style. So they wanted people to experience train travel as it was and relax and enjoy each other's company and really bring out the elegance of train travel, as opposed to what we do now when we travel is we just want to get there as fast as we can, and we're all pushing each other and everybody's mad all the time, and we want travel to be fun. So that's what they that's what they wanted to do.
Well, and then when you pair it with food, people, food, a gorgeous view, it's an amazing experience, isn't it?
Yeah, we really enjoy it.
Talk a little bit about when people are interested in this, kind of what their options are in terms of day and night, different packages, that sort of thing.
Sure. So during the day, we have a variety of different options. We have that traditional rail dining experience where you can simply stay on the train and enjoy the train for itself. If you have people from out of town, we think that you might enjoy one of our winery trips, so you can enjoy the train as well as one of our winery tours with one of our partners. And then at night, we have a lot of our fun special events like our murder mystery, where you can dress up and be silly and have a great time, or our more romantic option where you can sit in the Vista Dome during our moonlight escape and sit with your partner under the light of the full moon. It's incredible.
Do you enjoy doing your work at all?
Just a little.
Just a little bit?
We all call ourselves foamers at the wine train.
Foamers?
Yeah, foamers. It's sort of an endearing railroad term, and it's people that get so excited when trains come by that they start foaming at the mouth. So we're all a little bit silly there, and we really, really love our train.
Oh man, I tell you, I remember when my kids who are grown up now, we see the wine train go by, and it was great if you could be right at the front. Dude, check it out.
Yeah, we have, when we go through downtown Napa, there's actually a couple people that I see on a regular basis, like kids that have run through their house and have climbed up to the side of the fence, and you can just see the top of their heads, peeking over the side of the fence, or, people will be walking with their strollers next to the train tracks, and kids love waving, and the parents are excited, but kids really love watching the train go by. It's fun.
It is a very cool thing. Talk about, for people that are going to take a trip and have the food and be part of the whole food experience.
Sure.
Talk about Kelly and the whole type of what you guys do in terms of food and pairing with wine.
Well, Kelly just celebrated his 20th anniversary at the wine train.
Man.
So we're really excited that we've been able to hold on to him for so long. And it's amazing to watch what he does in the kitchen. It's a pretty small space. We have our own specially designed kitchen car where they make all of the food fresh on board. And they're working in a really small space, and it's moving, but they're able to produce these fabulous gourmet meals in a limited amount of time for a whole bunch of people. Not the same style that you would if you were being catered, because everything is individual for each guest.
Right.
Yeah, and it's funny to watch them because they all have the movement of the train down, so they're all moving with each other with the train. And people don't break things unless the train stopped. So it's pretty funny because they're more used to the rhythm of the train than they are to being solid on the ground.
We're here with Kira Devitt, Director of Marketing and PR and part of the family of the Napa Valley Wine Train. Mm-hmm. And we are going to take a quick break and we'll be back. And one of the things I want to talk about is wine tours. Can we do that?
Sounds great.
This is Today in the Napa Valley, Napa Chamber Edition. I'm your host, Chris Templeton with Influence Internet. We'll be back after this. Stay with us. And we are back with Today in the Napa Valley, the Napa Chamber Edition. I'm your host, Chris Templeton, and I am here with third generation. Hadn't thought of it that way. Third generation family of the Napa Valley Wine Train, Kira Devitt.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I want to just take one step back. Talk a little bit more about your family's importance around this train being beautiful inside and out. That is such a commitment, isn't it? Especially because these are not new cars.
No, the train cars are actually about to celebrate their 100th birthday. Most of them are from 1915, so
no kidding.
We're pretty excited that we've been keeping these antique rail equipment running for all of these years. They would just be sitting in a yard somewhere rotting, or maybe in a museum. Hopefully that's a best case scenario, but we're really proud that we keep them going and people can actually experience them.
You know, I imagine at some level that a whole big piece of your business really is around, taking care of those and making them run beautifully.
Yeah. Well, so something that we actually do is during the slow season, the typical slow season, we actually pull a lot of our cars offline and we perform maintenance on it. So January and February, we only run during the weekends so that we can maintain our rail cars. Yeah.
Huh, I didn't realize that. Okay, we are getting close to having to wrap up, and there's a couple of things that we need to talk about. One of the things that I am super pleased about is how long ago was it that the decision was made you guys could stop and let people on and off the train?
I don't know that date off the top of my head, but it's been a couple years now.
5 or 6 years.
It's really exciting.
Something like that. Yeah. And so what has come of that is wine tours.
Yeah.
So talk about who you're partnering with and kind of the experience that people can get with the wine train.
Yeah, so it's sort of a juggling game with all of our different winery tours. Everybody that rides on the wine train and does a winery tour does get a gourmet lunch on board, and everybody gets at least an hour and a half on board the train. And we partner with Gurgitch, Castello di Amorosa, Raymond Vineyards, and ZD Wines, and Domaine Chandon. I don't think I'm leaving anybody out. And depending on the tour that people purchase, they'll either only stay on the train and disembark, say, at Gurgitch, tour Gurgitch, and then get back on the train. Or if they're going up to Castello di Amorosa, they'll have a motor coach connection. But everybody has that complete Napa Valley experience. If they're from out of town or if they're from town, it's just a different way to see our beautiful valley.
Right. Well, I'm really pleased that is now a part of what you guys are able to offer.
We are too.
I bet you are. Excuse me. The other thing that we need to talk about is you guys do Santa, what do you call them?
They're Santa Express or Santa trains, yes.
Santa trains. And they're already on sale and already starting to sell out.
Yeah, I know we're in November, so it's kind of not the best thing to be talking about the holiday season.
We're in November yet.
But the Santa trains are starting to sell out already, so I urge the local families that have been doing this for years, or maybe if you haven't, to book your ticket on the Santa train. Santa will come on the train, all of his friends, Frosty, Rudolph, a whole bunch of kids that are having a blast, and it's much better than meeting Santa in sort of an awkward pre-set up setting. You're sitting on the train, you're enjoying it, and Santa will come and meet you and take a picture. It's really fun.
It's got to be just a ball. And now, are those all day trips?
Those are, we have some morning trips and we have some afternoon trips. You'll have to check our website, winetrain.com, to find out what exactly the schedule is for the date that you'd like to go. But it's going to be Monday through Thursday in December.
We got to wrap up, but what's
Sure.
the one or two things that people are always blown away by when they come off the train?
I think for people that are local to Napa Valley, everybody is expecting something if they've never ridden the train.
Right.
And they get on the train and they're blown away by the elegance of the experience.
My hand's up. I was just, I rode a few years ago, and it was just such a complete experience. And seeing the valley from that perspective, it's just knockout.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. So.
I'm always impressed when people are telling me, oh, I've never ridden the train, but I'm local. I don't need to ride the train. And then I get them on the train and they're like, whoa, this is way different than I thought. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's way different. So I encourage people to ride.
Kira Devitt, Director of Marketing and PR from Napa Valley Wine Train. You can be reached at winetrain.com. And what's the best phone number?
800-427-4124.
800-427-4124. Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for being here.
All right. Thank you very much.
This is Today in the Napa Valley, the Napa Chamber Edition. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.